With the ongoing pandemic and uncertainty in the job market, you may want to consider making plans for your financial future. Well, here to share tips for personal finance this year is financial advisor Kyle Whipple of Custom Wealth Solutions. Kyle, thank you so much for waking up early and joining us here today.
Good morning, Brett. I was really cozy until I heard that weather report. I'm a little concerned about the rest of the day, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we know that there were a lot of tax changes in 2021 that are going to impact many of us. Can you briefly explain what some of those biggest changes were and how they impact the average person?
Yeah, so I think for the folks that are joining us that are over 70 and a half or 72 now, it's what's considered the required minimum distribution age. So you put money away into your pre-tax 401k, 403b, those types of things, a traditional IRA. At some point, the IRS says it's time to pay the piper. You got to take some money out and pay taxes on that. Those tables and the numbers that they use to determine how much has to come out changed this year. And so for some people, if they've been on a regular draw, that number is going to look a little bit different. You're going to want to talk with your advisor to figure out what are those numbers, what does that change look like. I think we're going to continue to see tax changes coming in the future. I know right now Congress continues to talk about what does that look like. I know everybody says, well, it's going to be tax the rich. If you look back years ago during one of the presidential campaigns, they interviewed everybody and said, do you think taxes should change? And everybody said yes, except not for me. And so the big question is, what is that going to look like? So that being said, as you look at your paychecks moving into 2022, it's a really good idea to double check your withholding to make sure that didn't change. You don't want to get to tax time and realize you haven't been withholding enough for things like taxes.
Gotcha. And we know there's still some remaining time, I guess, for tax breaks. How can we take advantage of those, and what should people be doing?
Yeah, so up until tax time, you still have the opportunity to put money into a traditional IRA, which means that money comes off of your taxes, so to speak. You're not paying taxes on that money. And for some people, it's putting money into a Roth IRA, which means you pay taxes now and you never pay taxes again, which is very attractive. So right now, we're in one of the lowest set of tax brackets that we've been in American history. So I like to use the term taxes are on sale. So it might be a good idea to do some early tax planning to figure out, does it make sense to put into something that's going to be tax-free moving forward, or is it a better idea to take that tax deduction now?
Gotcha. I know right now we're seeing a rise in people quitting their jobs. And, for those who may have left a job and are wondering, what should they do with that old 401k from the previous job?
Right. So they called last year the year of the Great Resignation, which has just been crazy to talk with people about the job changes they've made. But one of the things that we find when people come into our office, everyone has that junk drawer at home. We had the opportunity to move, and so our junk drawer graduated to an even bigger drawer. And a lot of people's financial lives is like that junk drawer. You open it up and you have old IRAs, 401ks, maybe you have some life insurance policies. Everything's in there, not quite sure where it goes. You know it's there and it's important. 2022 is a great time to organize that financial junk drawer. You should have a retirement plan. We call it a retirement blueprint. In our book, we talked about that retirement blueprint sets up your money to keep working for you when you've stopped. So I think getting the financial junk drawer in order is getting a retirement blueprint, a retirement plan, an investment plan set up, looking at your portfolio this year and saying, hey, if there's a coming storm in the market, am I set up to weather that? Do you have guaranteed income coming in? Or, are you, if your financial plan is like this, that's not a plan. And so you want to make sure that you have it. So at Custom Wealth Solutions, that's what we do. We put those plans together, help organize that junk drawer so that moving into 2022 and beyond, people are really confident about where they're headed and how to do that. So roll your 401ks into a traditional IRA. If you have multiple brokerage accounts that for no purpose, bring them together. It's a lot easier on you and your loved ones later on in life.
Gotcha. Well, Kyle Whipple from Custom Wealth Solutions, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Take care.